So what's going on, toxic gamers? Apparently the title of this video is that Battlefield 6 just messed up, that it is over. We're gonna try to understand though. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe. Let's get down to some bull squash. Roll it.
And welcome to the Season 1 trailer for Battlefield 6. We have a ton of information to go over here today. Some of it's really good, some of it pretty bad, and then some things that are just straight up causing a tear within the Battlefield community right now. The community's kind of on fire right now. There's honestly a lot to unpack here, but let's start things off here with the trailer. It looks freaking amazing, man. The new maps look good, the new weapons look good, the new features, everything here looks freaking amazing. Of course, the maps were already finished well before launch, and that gave them plenty of time.
Is that like the Battle Royale map, or that's gonna also be in the multiplayer, but be in Battle Royale? Because I know they teased the Battle Royale, and I remember it looked like something like that, with a swimming pool and all that, you know what I'm saying?
To make the trailer awesome, but dude, they've been killing it. Every single Battlefield trailer has been incredible so far. I truly hope those guys are getting raises over there. But the first season of new content is set to come out in just 6 days time on October 28th. The first update will bring to the game the new map Blackwell Fields, along with a new sniper rifle, a new carbine, and a new secondary, along with new game modes and things like that. These weapons will be available for free on the Season 1 Battle Pass, but that's just it, man. The Battle Pass. That's where fans are getting really upset with both EA as well as Battlefield Studios. You guys may remember back before launch, the Battlefield devs were kind of making fun of Call of Duty quite a bit. You know, they're poking fun at the franchise. They're making fun of having things like Nicki Minaj in your game and everything like that. And they reassured us that Battlefield 6 skins would be grounded and realistic for a while. And that last phrase there, for a while, had a lot of fans concerned. Well, here we are 18 days after launch, and it looks like that a while has already caught up to us, because thanks to a bunch of YouTubers who played Season 1 early, we have our first look at some of the new stuff that's going to be coming to the game. And the biggest offender for many is this skin right here, man. It's like freaking Blue Tiger, the soldier, you know. And for Call of Duty fans, you might look at this and think, well, that's really not all that bad. But for Battlefield fans, like especially like the hardcore Battlefield fans, they are straight up pissed off about this skin, man. The thread on Reddit has over 13,000 upvotes, and the comments are full of people not only blasting the skin, but they're blasting the precedent that it sets. My favorite comment was from this guy right here saying, as a medic main, I will never revive you if you're running a skin like this shit. And the rest of the thread seems to share a pretty similar sentiment, right? I feel like a lot of the hate right now
oh my god, bro. As somebody that also have played Call of Duty, listen, man, I would always pick Battlefield over Call of Duty. Okay, my first ever FPS game was Bad Company 2 the same year I got into Black Ops, right? Black Ops 1, 2010s, right? Man, amazing times, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, can a brother go back to that era, bro? What an era that was. But they said for a while, this is something that I saw coming, we all saw coming, so not really shocked. But Battlefield crowd is a little tough. Let's not kid ourselves. We have a tough crowd in the Battlefield community, okay? Like, I've grown up playing Call of Duty Battlefield. The Battlefield community is very tough. Call of Duty is also tough. Call of Duty community is also tough, but in a different way. The Battlefield community is tough, but in a completely different way.
Isn't so much about the one skin itself,
so it's not gonna go too well. And I'm glad the Battlefield community is tough in that particular way, because that's the reason why Battlefield 6 actually is a very decent game, or more than just a decent game.
But rather the idea that this may just be the tip of the iceberg for EA and Battlefield Studios to start filling up the game.
They're testing the waters, essentially. That's what it is.
With incredibly bright and colorful and goofy and just kind of like immersion breaking skins, right? As somebody who obviously comes from a Call of Duty background, who has dabbled quite a bit with the older Battlefield games in the past, I can definitely see where these fans are coming from. Let me give you guys an example, right? Kind of like a COD example. You know, one of the big reasons why COD fans hated the crossovers so much is because of how immersion breaking they were and how distracting they were. You know, like straight up cartoon characters was absurd. Like you walk into a room, you see an actual cartoon character there, it just it takes you out of the game, you know. Or if you're running into a room and you see Nicki Minaj standing there and then in comes the Red Ninja Turtle, again, it's distracting.
Butthead and Beavis, and obviously, you know, like I love this man, but Frally and Beavis, when you have people wearing that friendly UAV online, BBC friendly UAV online skin in the game, bro, like damn, bro, like, yeah, it's poking out, it's popping out, like, you know, we're talking about a Call of Duty game, we're talking about a war simulator game, for crying out loud. What the hell is going on? And the Battlefield 3 factions were amazing, Battlefield 4 factions were amazing. Factions, real soldier uniforms is a really big one, right? It just adds to the atmosphere, to the vibe of the game. And that skin isn't too bad though, I'll give it that, but it's really is testing of waters. So the fact that the Battlefield crowd is actually criticizing the way they are right now is actually very good. I'm with the team here, man. I'm with the team, absolutely. Because you give them your finger, they will grab your hand. So it's good that people are actually complaining and going crazy over that.
It takes you out of the game for a moment. Like, those things do not belong here, and your brain kind of like focuses in on that, right? So the same thing is true here in Battlefield. If you run into a room and you see a soldier with like a crazy neon blue outfit on that sticks out from everything else in the game, it's going to take you out for a moment, right? It's going to be distracting, and it's going to hurt the immersion that the game has. And instead of focusing on the objective or getting kills or helping out your team, for that brief moment, you're more thinking about EA and Battlefield Studios and how they're monetizing the game and altering the experience for players, right? It does not belong within Battlefield is basically what these guys are saying. Not to mention, this is only the beginning, right? We aren't even 1 month into the worry for a lot of players is that much sooner rather than later, Battlefield 6 is going to turn into a sort of Battlefield 2042 situation as EA wants to cash in and capitalize on the launch hype of the game, even if it means sacrificing long-term success. So far, EA has not commented on the situation whatsoever. All the devs are pretty much silent right now, but because of those YouTubers who got to play Season 1 early, they've essentially revealed a ton of different skins that are also going to be coming to the game, and they also changed arguably the most controversial cosmetic within Battlefield 6, so let's go ahead and take a look at that next. So here we can see the infamous system override skin that caused a ton of backlash well before Battlefield 6 came out, and I guess fans were right that this thing would be the start of a trend of bright and colorful outfits being added to the game, but interestingly enough, it seems like they're nerfing it for Season 1. Here we have this image right here, which shows the same skin, but now it's a bit more faded, it's a bit more drab, you know, so it's really strange.
Yeah, they wanna make money, man. They wanna make money with the microtransaction, man. Yeah, either, and see, Call of Duty gets away, but it's not necessarily getting away right now because fans are dropping like flies off that game. But Call of Duty goes all in, balls to the wall with those fruity skins because suckers buy it. But at least the ones that play it, right, that are playing the game, they buy it. Not all of them, but majority that is playing buys it, because the majority that don't like it, they're not necessarily playing the game. Right now, they're abandoning the game. We don't need that, right? Because they're gonna half-ass the skins. We all know their motives. We all are seeing the original versus, yeah, like it don't even look good. And it's apparently gonna be, is it gonna be a microtransaction or like a battle pass thing where you pay $10 or maybe, I don't know, like, are they gonna do $20, $30? Like the black sale for Call of Duty, we'll find out. But yeah, no, I mean, get rid of it, bro. Like, damn it, man. I mean, this one don't look, but we know why they're doing it, so.
On the one hand, they're adding weird skins into the game while also changing the previous ones. Somebody said on Reddit, and I wish I could find the comment, but they essentially said, it feels like Battlefield 6 is being worked on by two separate teams, and neither of those teams are communicating with the other one. Like, they're making some really weird decisions right now, and here are going to be the rest of the Season 1 Battle Pass skins, and while they aren't as bad as the Big Blue Tiger, bands still aren't.
They're not bad. They're not that bad, honestly, though. You know, especially, okay, this row is pretty alright, though. It's pretty alright. But again, though, why do we need that? The factions that we got in the game right now, they're good, bro. They're good. They're good. We know why they're doing it. Microtransactions, money. We know that, but like, damn, man.
Very happy to see them, or at the very least, a lot of people on Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube are not very happy to see these. I mean, maybe the average fan, I don't know, maybe they love them. I will say, from my perspective, I feel like they do stand out a bit more than what's currently in the game. Even the mastery skins, which I'm really not a big fan of. So, if you didn't know this, if you do every challenge in the game for a particular class, you get 2 skins as a reward, one of them for each faction, right?
I would say, like, some of them are actually cool, though, but the colorful ones are something that, yeah, right, because if you want to blend on with the maps, you definitely don't want to be using these skins, because you're gonna be sticking out like a sore thumb.
Right. I did the challenges for Engineer, and here are going to be those skins, and they're pretty grounded, I would say, but they do have that bit of orange, which kind of helps them stick out compared to the default soldiers. It's sort of like this, hey, look at that guy, he maxed out Engineer, nice, you know, like when somebody sees you. But just like with other games now, it seems like the Battle Pass skins and the cosmetics from that are going to outshine and outweigh anything that can actually be earned within the game.
I feel like that, what if Call of Duty never went in the route of doing crazy microtransactions, crazy skins? What would have been, because the reaction that we're having right now is based off of how Call of Duty has ruined their franchise, right? And how Battlefield ruined Battlefield 2042 and the game before it. And how games are being ruined by the greed and microtransactions. Had it been Call of Duty didn't do any of it, other games didn't do any of it, or specifically Call of Duty and Battlefield never did any of it, I wonder like how these skins would have then be interpreted as. I feel like there wouldn't be this much backlash because the skins don't look too bad. The color one's okay. I'm 50-50 on them, but in comparison to Call of Duty, they're not that bad. But yes, again, the motive, that's the issue, right? They're doing it, so they're testing the waters, and if it works, they're gonna do more, and they want to make the monies with the microtransactions, right? So yeah,
I truly hope that the developers are paying attention to all the backlash that's happening today. Hopefully they're not just like sticking their fingers in their ears and kind of ignoring it, because Battlefield 6 is off to an amazing start. Like, obviously, there are plenty of bugs and issues, granted, that still need to be fixed, but the core game is amazing.
Instead of the skins, make more maps, more weapons in the game, more progression. That's what we truly want, bro. Could you imagine like the skins weren't even the main priority for them? Their main priority would then have been the maps and the guns for the game, right? And gosh, man, God, bro, like if they were not wasting their time on skins, they would be working on the quality ass maps. We would have been getting more content that actually matters, that actually helps the game to stay and keep alive. Because yeah, bro, like skin, people gonna hate it, some gonna love it, some gonna use the skin, and then the novelty is gonna wear off. But if we get quality ass maps over and over and over, yeah, that's gonna keep the replay value high, because eventually, like with the current amount of maps, the game is fun, I'm playing every day, but let's be objective here. Eventually the novelty is gonna wear off, the map's gonna start to feel bland and repetitive. We need more maps, and yeah, we're gonna get more with season 1, but I'm just making a point that if they never worked on the skins to begin with, we would have been getting more maps, bro, more content that truly matters.
Amazing, and fans really don't want to see Battlefield 6 basically go the route of Call of Duty. You know, if you recall back in the day, COD was never really that crazy. It was a gradual progression. It wasn't like just suddenly one game, everything went wild or anything like that. It was a slow build-up that started with things like bacon camos and resulted with freaking Beavis and Butthead and Ninja Turtles and cartoon characters and unicorn dildos and all sorts of other bullshit, man. It got really freaking bad, but to get back to season 1 here in Battlefield,
I don't think it was unicorn dildos though, but it was unicorn farting queen and all that, right? Actually, right? But if there was also unicorn dildo though, pause real quick on that one. I do know the BBC skin, you know, that's a famous one, that's a classic one. Pause on the BBC skin, but yeah, bro, that shit's real, bro. What the hell, man? These twats crazy, man. These suckers crazy.
Battlefield 6. Like I said earlier, there is a ton of gameplay online of the new content. Like, if you want to see the new guns, it's out there. The new maps, it's all out there, right? And what they're doing with Season 1 is really interesting because it's going to be broken up into 3 sections. The first update, the launch of Season 1 on October 28th, will bring with it the new map, then the new carbine, and the sniper, and all that stuff, and then 3...
Okay, so we're getting, yeah, I feel like we're lacking pistols, absolutely. We're lacking, yeah, we don't have too many guns in the game, right? Or per class, I should say. In total, we do have decent, but per class, we don't have too many. So yeah, we definitely need more of that, absolutely. More sidearms as well. We don't even have, yeah, we should have had at least like 10, 15 sidearms. Bruh. Yeah, like, see what I'm saying, right? See what I'm saying? If they were not working on the skins, we would have been having content that truly matters, bro. Damn, man, these twats crazy. New map, limited time, event map. Yeah, okay, limited time, they're gonna make it ice lock, okay.
3 weeks later, we're going to get another new map, a new shotgun, battle pickups, new game modes and all that. And then we have the Winter Offensive event, which will launch on December 9th with a winter version of Empire State. It's going to be like this whole event, right? So I really like what they're doing here. It's not like in COD where you get one update, then you have to wait like 2 months for them to add something else. Instead, what Battlefield is doing is they're really pacing and spreading things out nicely. They're also getting this all out of the way and ready to go well before what we call the winter break, where developers take time off to be with their friends and family for the holidays. So hopefully everything is addressed before they do that, you know, things like the game's challenges not working properly, or challenges not tracking properly, or some challenges just being downright impossible. Hopefully they get all that fixed before their winter break, and maybe add some new things to the game as well, like a leave with party feature.
The game is actually satisfying. Even watching this, like, I have the urge of reviving everybody. Like, it's satisfying to revive people because you get so much XP, plus it's teamwork. So yeah, man, the game is fun, man. Like, It's been a minute since I had this much fun on an FPS game where I can just like actually play and enjoy. In the very beginning I sucked ass, but now I'm getting better and better at the game, so I can listen to podcasts in the background, watch YouTube videos, catch up on videos, and play at the same time, and still do decent.
And then, of course, all the updates that they previously teased to us. Things like changing bloom, addressing visibility, especially on maps like Operation Firestorm, where you look out a window and you're just completely blinded, and everything else, right? Like, there's a lot of updates that this game definitely needs, but one of the things they said they were going to be changing actually happened today. So let's wrap this video up here by going over the portal changes, as well as the Battle Royale update, because I'm sure some of you may be wondering about that.
Yeah, when are we
So in a very interesting move today, Battlefield Studios made it so Portal game modes that people have been using to farm bots have been nerfed. They now just give you the 150% XP for completing the match, but you no longer get any progress towards challenges or mastery XP like leveling up your guns or anything like that. It's sort of strange how they're handling this, honestly. Like, they basically shoved Portal down our throats all the way up to launch, but now that it's here, they're essentially making it useless unless the server is full of actual players. I see why they're doing this. Like, don't get me wrong, they don't want people exploiting the game, and instead they want players actually playing together and having like these really fun and unique experiences together. But on the flip side of things, they are actively hindering players' ability to do so. A great example of this can be found right here, coming in from Charlie Intel.
I mean, like, who cares, bro? It's just a game, man. Let brothers enjoy the game, like, get XP. Like, who cares, bro? Like, damn, man. And then they take away the reason from playing Portal, though. But okay, like, bots, though, playing against bots and Portal, that's... I hope they don't do it when you play against like actual players, you know? What are your thoughts on the bots one? Okay, with the bots one, I mean, okay, like, yeah, but I believe in Battlefield 2042 they did it for the entirety of Portal, right? Bots or real player, whatnot. I guess so far they're only doing with bots, but again though, like, it's just a game, bro. Like, who cares, man? Then let people have fun, let people enjoy the game. It's been a minute, right, since we had a good Battlefield game, or a decent Battlefield game, a good FPS game. It's been a minute, bro. Let people just have fun.
We can read, EA has reportedly started to send out notices to Battlefield 6 Portal players who have created non-Battlefield maps, including Call of Duty content like Shipment. The notice says third-party content in Battlefield 6 could result in bans, and that's really strange to me, man. It really is. Like, Fortnite has had...
So they thought that nobody would make that? What the actual hell, bro? Y'all twats thought that like nobody would be making like a Grove Street map from GTA San Andreas or a Shipment map from Call of Duty, this, that, the other, no Shark Canals, shit. Bro, Sega's gonna do that, man. People gonna create the maps that they love, bro. People gonna create those big boy maps or small boys map, of course. But people gonna make maps like that. People gonna make these maps.
Had this going on for years and years, and it's never really been an issue. You can play like every COD map in the history of ever in Fortnite, and it's no problem whatsoever. I did decide to put up one of those Shipment servers because I've never seen it so far. I'm kind of curious what it looks like, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to make, but they have recreated a version of Shipment here in Battlefield 6, and a bunch of fans were going here to farm bots and level up themselves and their guns and their gadgets and do challenges and everything like that, but after today's update, that is no longer a possibility.
Oh man, I have yet to play this. Sadly, I haven't tried it yet. I was putting it aside. Man!
Now, you might be wondering why I'm running around the way that I am, and it's more of a personal opinion here, but with how little stat tracking we have in this game, I don't want anything to be skewed by killing bots, you know? So I'm just running around trying not to die to them while I look at Shipment. Like, it's just a me thing, I get that, but when I look at my stats, and I look at my guns, and I look at my level and my unlocks and everything, I like knowing that I did it against real people as compared to farming bots in a private match, you know? But if that's your thing, hey, you do you. We are talking about a video game here at the end of the day. That's just personally how I enjoy playing the video game.
It's just a game, man. Honestly, just a game. But yeah, you can have preferences, though. You can definitely have, that's fine. But it's just a game at the end of the day, bro. Who cares, bro? Like, yeah, man, you're not gonna go to like a family with a marriage proposal, and your dad would be like, yeah, bro, my kid, he's like prestige master in Call of Duty, or you know what, he played Shipment all day in Battlefield 6 against bots to unlock mastery weapons. Yeah, marry my kid. Like, yeah, bro, like who cares, bro? Like, who cares? You're not gonna get a bigger dong or a smaller dong by doing any of it. It don't matter, bro. It's just a game.
game, right?
Don't
But
matter.
speaking of video games, Battle Royale, for some reason, is still an incredibly popular genre. I personally don't know why, but the Season 1 trailer for Battlefield 6 made no mention whatsoever of the game mode. Well, according to Modern Warzone and his sources,
Is it getting
don't
delayed,
expect anything Battle Royale related from today's Season 1 trailer for Battlefield 6. BR launch is planned for October 28th still, and will be a
shadow drop. What? Similar to Warzone with a trailer day before, per my previous report. So October the 27th, that's when we can expect the trailer then?
shadow drop similar to Warzone with a trailer one day before, per my previous reports, which are still accurate to my knowledge. So from the sounds of it, it looks like they're going to drop the Battle Royale mode on day 1 of Season 1, and it will be interesting to see how the community reacts to all of it, right? Like
I remember that swimming pool area, like they teased the Battle Royale already with that. I remember that small teaser.
A bunch of Call of Duty fans, I'm sure, might enjoy the game mode. I just really don't see traditional Battlefield fans wanting anything to do with it whatsoever. But according to Modern Warzone, the BR mode will be free to play, and that alone should bring in a metric ton of players. So it's going to be interesting for sure. And as always, we are just going to have to wait and see how everything plays out. But for right now, I'm going to...
Did you see this video though? Yo, if you have not seen this video, the stuff that just happened with iShow Speed, it is crazy, man. Check it out and I'll see you right there.